Hello and welcome to Sangoma Society. My name is Hani Makwakwa, UMakhosi Nomabutho Emsamo, and I am Honey Tell a Story on all social media platforms. And this is Sangoma Society, where we plan to demystify all things relating to the ancestral. So today, I'd also like to address the second part of these questions, which is the candles. But I wanted to speak specifically around the protocol to observe when you are going to be using candles. Now, we're in Pepo, we use specifically to contact our ancestors. Candles we use more to contact intercelestial, intergalactic beings who wish to share knowledge with us on this plane. Sometimes we also use candles to contact Isithunywa. Isithunywa can be an ancestor, a blood ancestor, but the initiation process for Isithunywa and the manner in which Isithunywa is contacted is different to how Idlozi is contacted. So, firstly, candles are beautiful, candles are amazing, but candles can be dangerous. So please, treat them with respect. They're not to be treated lightly. They're not to be approached as just any old thing, right? In short, don't play with fire, right? And I'm not talking about setting your house on fire. I'm talking about setting your life on fire, okay? Again, I will suggest that you cleanse your space before use. So if you say, Makhosi, ngiyasaba ke manje ukushisa impepho vele ngisemcashweni and this place doesn't have great energy, blah blah blah, but I really need something and I'm scared, I don't know where to get intelezi, for instance, right? But I do know where to get candles. Fine, start with candles. You can even just use candles and snuff or any tobacco to contact your ancestors. But again, if you're using snuff or any other tobacco, please observe the protocol as stated earlier in this video relating to whenever you create burn offerings to the ancestors, never on your feet and always after cleansing the space. Now, if you're only using tobacco and snuff with candles, this is the cleansing ritual I would suggest that you use. Coarse salt and plain water. You can just take your coarse salt and put it into plain tap water and make a solution of that. So you use your right hand, and what you will do is you will pray over that water. You'll stir it with your hand and you'll speak. So if you feel, I don't believe in God, I don't believe in this, I don't believe in that, okay, fine, but you're trying to make contact with somebody, right? So I'm going to suggest to you that whoever you believe in, the deity that feels highest to your being is the deity that you call on to help you to cleanse your space. And again, I will say, use this water to clean everything in the space. And again, select an appointed corner of your house that you will use. I love to infuse ceremony into the things that I do. There's nothing wrong with burning directly on a tiled surface or directly on a cement surface, but I personally believe, especially if you're trying to make contact and build and establish a relationship, that we try to show some kind of respect. So some sort of candle holder is something I would recommend. The candle holder needn't be anything that is far off the ground and raised. It can really just be something low on the ground, just to keep your candle from being directly on the ground. Even if you use a very small saucer and drop a few drops of wax on there to stand your candle, that is fine. Now, guys, there are so many candles in the world, so many colors in the world. And some of them, their uses can be really dark. So I'm going to suggest that if you're a novice to this, keep it simple. Firstly, never ever burn a black candle anywhere in your yard, ever, under any circumstances. I don't think you understand me. I said never ever burn a black candle under any circumstances. Okay? Great. Now, if you're an initiated healer, that doesn't apply to you. Go do what you do. But this is for anybody who's a novice to this game. And secondly, I would say, please, when using red candles, err on the side of caution and perhaps don't. If you feel moved to and you must, never use more than 3 at any one time. Look, I'm erring on the side of caution here, okay? These things are powerful, these things are real, and I'm just trying to, you know, give you some guidance to help you develop a relationship with your ancestors, not open portals and start things that you won't know how to finish. Nah? Okay, awesome. So, what's my favorite candle? Always and forever, the white candle. The white candle is a candle you can use on its own. It's a candle that elevates the vibration of all other candles that you use with it. It's a candle that truly can change your life. Just this candle can do everything that you're hoping for, okay? Trust me on this one. It's a life changer. It's a game changer. This little baby right here, it's gonna have your back. Now, if you say to me, Makhosi, I've been using a white candle, but want to step it up a notch, you know? Okay, fine, no problem. Look, the candle that I would suggest you burn on the right-hand side of your setup, so if you're using more than one candle, the candle you burn on the right-hand side would be the blue candle. The blue candle is typically used to access ancestral beings, beings through the veil, and ancestors are typically a paternal energy. Absolutely, yes. Your mother's ancestors are as important as your father's, absolutely. But we keep this one on the right-hand side of our setup when burning more than one candle. And this will represent the ancestors. So you will call on the ancestors using this candle specifically. And then if you're burning 3 candles, I suggest that the 3rd candle you use is your yellow candle. Your yellow candle is for intergalactic celestial beings. That includes archangels, that includes anything that you believe in, right? This is a candle we use for making contact through the galaxy. So it's also a candle we use as a representation of a gold candle at times, which is your money candle. And if you know, money is just an energy, so it's also an energy that you can call through the galaxies, right? So this is the candle that you would put on the left side of your setup, and specifically to contact izithunywa zakini. Okay, so last but not least, what happens when you're done with your prayer, with your meditation, with your conversation with izithunywa nezidalwa namadlozi agini? Well, now it's time to put out your candle, right? So you put out your candle by pinching. So you just pinch. You never ever blow out the candle, ever. You know, the Gaelic say that when you blow out a candle, a fairy dies, something of that nature. there's no need for me to explain. But as I said, you never ever blow out a candle. And what if you say, Makhosi, I do this every morning before work, and sometimes I'm leaving while my bep was still burning. What must happen there? Okay, keep a small jug of water or a glass of water there, emsamonyana wako, that you will be using to pray, and just pour over your mpepo just to put the fire out for safety. We are living in spaces where we can't just leave impepo yetu isha at times, and yeah, that's how I have been taught ukuthi ngicime impepho yami uma ngizoyicima. All right. Oh God, guys, that was a very in-depth episode today. I hope that you're walking away with what feels like very empowering knowledge about how to use impepho and amakhandlela to contact amakhosi agini, izithunywa zagini, amathongo agini, because as always, I'd like for you to have a one-on-one relationship with your ancestors. They are your own, and nobody can know your ancestors better than you do. Please don't hesitate to ask me any questions. If there's something I've missed, if there's a detail I've skipped over today, please pop down into the comment section below and ask away. And also, if it is your first time on this channel, please subscribe. This is Sangoma Society. We're here to demystify the ancestral. We're here to demystify all things pertaining Southern African spirituality. I am UMakhosi Nomabutho, Untitled Story on all social media platforms, and thank you for joining me. Makhosi.